Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Tech Tips. Now let's dive into today's topic. From slow internet like this to a fast internet like this. What's the secret? I did this by changing just one setting. Now, picture yourself unpacking a large stack of books from a shelf. Would you take one book at a time to another room, or would you stack them up into a manageable pile and carry them all at once? Most people opt for the stack. It's quicker and less effort. This same principle applies to your internet connection. Your computer sends and receives data in packets, like items in a bag. But if your computer isn't optimized, it's making multiple inefficient trips, slowing you down. The solution: adjusting your MTU, which is the maximum transmission unit settings. In this guide, I'll show you how to optimize your MTU settings to bundle data more efficiently, improving your download and upload speeds. Let's get started. The first step is to understand MTU and why it matters. The MTU determines the size of the data packets sent between your device and the internet. If it's too small, you will need more trips, which slows down your connection. If it's too large, some data can be fragmented, leading to dropped packets and more delays. The goal is to find the perfect MTU size for your computer and network to maximize efficiency and speed. Now, before doing anything, I'll go ahead and check my default MTU size of my internet or Wi-Fi. So I'll just type in this command. If you want to know the default MTU size of your Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection, I'll provide the command in the description. You can use that command to check your default MTU. Okay, so as you can see, the default size of my MTU for my Wi-Fi is 850. Then I'll go ahead and check the speed test with this default MTU. Alright, so the download speed was 22.5 megabits per second. And then let's wait for the upload speed. The upload speed was 29 megabits per second. So now that we know the baseline, we'll go ahead and then make some changes. Now let's move on to the real deal, which is the second step where we test and find our ideal MTU size. To find your MTU size, we will use the ping command in command prompts, which is the same as the CMD. This test sends packets of various sizes to determine the largest one your connection can handle without fragmentation. Here is how. Head to your search bar and then type in CMD. And then you run the CMD as an administrator. Click yes to allow app to make changes. Now go ahead and type the following command. Type in ping space google.com space -f space -l space, and then you input in a packet size. So you replace it with a packet size number. So you can go with 1492 and then you press enter on your keyboard. Now, as it states here, packet needs to be fragmented by DF set. In other words, 100% loss. The -f is a command saying don't fragment the size. So we will try the command one more time. Once you receive the 100% loss error, you go ahead and then input in the same command. But for the next one, you reduce the packet size by 10. So I'll go ahead and then copy the command and then paste it here. And then I'll reduce the 1492 by 10, which I'll get 1482. And I'll hit enter on my keyboard. And then now I have the 100% loss again. Packet needs to be fragmented. So I would have to keep reducing the size by 10 until I stop seeing the packet size needs to be fragmented message. So I'll copy this command as well. And then paste it. And then reduce the packet size by 10 again, which I'll get 1472. And I'll hit enter on my keyboard. Alright, now we are having a 0% loss. Once you find the size that works, increase it by 1 until the fragmented size occurs again. The largest non-fragmented packet size is your baseline. So now, to be sure, we'll go ahead and then copy the previous command and then copy, and then we paste it and then press enter. As it states here, we still have the 0% loss. So we paste the command one more time. So we will add an increment of 1 to our packet size with the 0% loss. We will go ahead and then make the figure 1472 plus 1, which is 1473, and then we will hit enter on our keyboard. Now we are getting the message saying packet needs to be fragmented, which means 1472 is our packet size. So you can go ahead and then copy the command and paste the command with the 1472, and then we press enter. Now you know our baseline MTU packet size is 1472 bytes of data. Alright, so what next? Now we know our maximum packet size data. Open calculator. Now once you are done opening the calculator, enter your maximum packet size, which is 1472, and then you add 28 to that value. Now we have 1500, which will be our optimal MTU size. That's all for this step. Now on to the next step where we set our MTU size. Now that we know the right MTU size, let's go on to apply it. For the first option, you can configure MTU on your router. And to access your router's admin console, you can check the back of your router for your IP address. And if you can't find your router's IP address, don't worry. You can check your IP address found in IP config. To do this, just click on the search icon and then type in CMD. This time you can go ahead and then run it without running it as administrator. Once the CMD launches, type in ipconfig and then press enter on your keyboard. Scroll down and then search for default gateway. Now this is the IP address to help you access your router's admin console. So go ahead and then copy the default gateway address and then open your browser and then paste it in the address bar and then press enter on your keyboard. You can go ahead and then log into your router. Now, once you have logged in with your credentials, look for the MTU settings, often under advanced settings. Once you find it, you can switch it from auto to manual and enter your calculated MTU size, save and apply changes. But if you're unable to change your MTU size inside your admin console, don't worry. If you are facing this problem, there is a simple fix to it. Let's go ahead and then configure MTU on your PC, which is the manual setup. Head to your search bar and then type in CMD and then run CMD as an administrator. Click yes to allow app to make changes. Use the following command to set your MTU, which is the netsh interface IPv4 set subinterface space Ethernet space MTU equal to 1500 store is equal to persistent. Now, this command is for those on Ethernet. To set the MTU size for Wi-Fi connection, use that same command, but this time change the Ethernet to Wi-Fi and then press enter on your keyboard. And to verify the change, use this command, which is the netsh interface space IPv4 show subinterfaces. You should see your MTU size updated next to your connection type. As you can see, my Wi-Fi MTU size is set to 1500 and then Ethernet connection to 1500. But don't forget, when using this command, make sure to replace my MTU size with your maximum MTU size, which is the one you got when running the maximum packet size data. That's all for this step. Now for the next step, let's go ahead and then test our new speed. So I'll just open my browser and then type in Ookla speed test and then head to the website to run my Wi-Fi speed. So once on the website, I'll just click on go. Alright, so as you can see, my download speed increased to 39 to 40 megabits per second. Okay, so I had 37 megabits per second, and now the upload speed. Okay, and then the upload speed is also 39.02 megabits per second. With the right MTU size, you should notice faster download and upload speeds, reduced latency, and a smoother online experience. This tweak works because by optimizing your MTU, your computer sends larger, more efficient data packets, reducing unnecessary trips and maximizing your connection's efficiency. Optimizing your MTU settings is like upgrading your car from a slow sedan to a high-speed sports car. It's a simple tweak with significant results. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech tips. See you in the next video.